I'm Camilla. If you're new to this channel, I'm a parenting coach. I empower women to be the best mothers that they can be through various different tools and techniques and using spirituality as well. And every week I come in here to drop different videos. And today I'm here to share a really fun game, a really cute game that you can use with your kids to teach them about the law of attraction. So the way that this works, and I love this, is you get them to do this exercise. So I'm gonna take you through the exercise first, and then you're gonna know how to do this with your child. I'm gonna give you two objects, two things to think about and to really visualize, like a little exercise to really visualize them in your mind, and then we're gonna see how fast they come into your awareness in your physical experience. It might be through someone talking about this thing. It might be that it turns up on TV. It might be that someone gifts you this thing, like whatever way it turns up, but it should turn up within the next 48 hours of doing this exercise. The first time I did this, it took me 3 days instead of 2 days for it to turn up, but then it turned up big time. And it's just such a fun little exercise to do. And then afterwards you can do it with your kid, and you can almost have like a competition, like who's gonna see the thing first, like who's gonna bring this, who's gonna manifest this thing in first. So it's loads of fun, So okay, I'm just gonna ask you to close your eyes for a minute if you feel safe to do so, if you feel comfortable. But really it works better if you close your eyes. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Okay, so choose between a watermelon and a rubber ducky. Now just hold one of those in your mind. I'll just give you a second just to choose. Okay, now that you've chosen it, think about what it would feel like to hold this object. Is it heavy? Is it light? What are its textures like? What kind of temperature has it got? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it room temperature? What does it feel like in your hands? Is it rubbery? Is it smooth? Is it dense? Just think about it for a minute, what it would feel like to have this object in your hands. Okay. Now the next thing is, if you had this object in your hands and you squeezed it or knocked on it, what sort of sound would it make? What sound would it make when you were touching it, moving it around in your hands, knocking on it, tapping on it with your fingers? What sort of sound does it make? Now imagine holding it up to your face and smelling it. Just use all your senses. What does it smell like? Now think about for a minute, what is this used for? What is this object used for? What sort of scenario might you have this object? What would you use this object for? What would it be like? What would it feel like to experience this object in that way? Okay, now that you've spent a few moments doing that, you can open your eyes again. So if you want to repeat this exercise to really visualize what is this object used for, just visualizing this object in different scenarios, like what you're using it for, what does it smell like, what does it feel like. Now that we've visualized the object like that, you can open your eyes. Okay, now that you visualize that object in that way, you can repeat this exercise as many times as you like within the next 48 hours. But it's just now you just need to look out for it. Now you're going to look out for how is it going to appear in your world? Is it going to be someone talking about it? Is it going to be you hear something about it on the radio? Is it going to be suddenly for sale at your local store? Like, where is this item going to turn up? And then try this with your kid. Make a little competition out of it. Like, who's going to see it first? Who's going to manifest it first? Who's gonna have it appear first? It's so much fun. It's just such a fun little game that you can do with your kids. And it shows them about the law of attraction. I'd love to hear how this thing appears in your world. So feel free to leave a little message in the comments below. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a magical week.